Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University worldwide headquarters in Daytona Beach, Florida, in the United States. It's great to see everybody, and it's great to welcome you to the second Pracademic Emergency Management and Homeland Security Summit. I'm Alexander Siedschlag. I'm the Dean of the Worldwide College of Arts and Sciences that is hosting the summit, and it's a pleasure to welcome everybody and to see this great representation from around the world and across the United States. This second Pracademic Summit is brought to you by the virtual Collaboratory for Security and Resilience Education, Research and Engagement that is housed at the Worldwide College of Arts and Sciences of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. This being the second Pracademic Summit, that means that last year there was an inaugural Pracademic Summit, and the inaugural Pracademic Emergency Management and Homeland Security Summit of 2025 was designed as a Pracademic forum linking scholarship, operational experience, and policy reflection. Contributions highlighted last year key themes including emergency management as a public good, community engagement, technological innovation, workforce preparation, interdisciplinary education, and international perspectives on resilience and security. Across sessions, participants of the inaugural summit emphasized the need for adaptive curricula, applied research, inclusive planning, stronger collaboration, and more effective translation of evidence into practice. The summit affirmed Pracademia as a dynamic space in which theory and practice enhance one another rather than exist in tension. The discussions reflected a field in transition, from event-driven response toward systems-based resilience, from siloed expertise toward interdisciplinary integration, from government-centric models toward whole community architectures, and from static definitions to adaptive civil security reasoning informed by cultural, technological, and global perspectives. Now becoming an annual series, the summit represents not only an inaugural convening, but the consolidation of an intellectual community committed to advancing emergency management and homeland security as mature, methodologically grounded academic fields, inseparably connected to operational complexity, societal context, public value, and comprehensive civil security goals. Emergency management is increasingly understood as a public good, requiring greater visibility of its preventative and societal value. Homeland security is a transboundary domain, requiring integrated approaches that bridge domestic and international contexts and engage public, private, and non-government actors. And resilience depends not only on technical systems, but on trust, inclusive planning, and sustained community engagement. Rather than treating Homeland Security narrowly as a post-9/11 governmental enterprise, the civil security perspective situates it within a wider constellation of societal functions concerned with resilience, defending commonly acquired values, and the protection of shared ways of life. In US policy discourse, this evolution reflects a movement beyond the immediate post-9/11 framing toward a broader 21st century perspective, attentive to long-term resilience, governance, and cultural context, as discussed in the Beyond 9/11 book, edited by Lawson, Bershon, and Kayam. From a Pracademic standpoint, Beyond 9/11 as a perspective requires stepping back to engage the wider state of the art in societal and security sciences to inform both academic inquiry and applied analysis. This is reflected in foundational work such as Theoretical Foundations of Homeland Security, Strategies, Operations, and Structure by Ramsey, Cousine, and Comiskey, as well as, for example, in the Springer Handbook of Security Science, which advances conceptual clarity across the field. And some of those who are leading this evolution are here on the Pracademic Summit call, I was going to say, but really are here on the Pracademic Summit. And it's great to have you all here and looking forward to your contribution. The summit's Pracademic framing thus reflects a broader evolution within Homeland Security and emergency management studies. Scholarship in these domains can no longer remain detached from operational realities, just as professional expertise increasingly requires defensible analytical grounding. Pracademia is not a compromise between theory and practice, but an operational logic for integrating both. This perspective aligns with Max Weber's argument from his Science as a Vocation lecture of 1917 that new scientific disciplines emerge when new problems are explored through new methods, revealing previously unrecognized, meaningful aspects of social reality. From this standpoint, emergency management and homeland security can be understood as maturing academic disciplines, as evidenced by tenure-line faculty appointments, doctoral research agendas, peer-reviewed scholarship, and sustained engagement with real-world mission space. And I am, as last year, particularly looking forward, among other occurrences during the summit, to the tenure line or tenure track assistant professors panel sharing their perspectives on the evolving disciplines. It is a particular pleasure to welcome participants to the second Pracademic Emergency Management and Homeland Security Summit. This year's convening builds on the foundation of the first summit last year, while making an important step forward with the launch of the virtual Collaboratory for Security and Resilience Education Research and Engagement. The Collaboratory is designed as a sustained platform, extending beyond the summit itself, to connect pertinent scholarship, practice, and policy in an ongoing, globally accessible environment. In this sense, the summit is not only a gathering, but the operational starting point for a continuous Pracademic exchange. The 2026 summit program reflects both continuity and expansion. The day opens with institutional and field-level perspectives, including updates from the Center for Homeland Defense and Security and reflections on specialized and international accreditation approaches. An opening case on traveler perspectives in aviation security situates the discussion within a lived operational environment. From there, the summit moves into a series of research and practice-focused sessions that highlight the diversity and depth of the field or the fields. Research spotlights showcase emerging scholarship on topics ranging from countering human trafficking and integrative emergency management to information disorders and AI-enabled security risks. Parallel sessions on advancing careers and field perspectives reinforce the importance of aligning academic pathways with professional trajectories. A dedicated session addresses the role of artificial intelligence in homeland security and emergency management, examining both operational applications and ethical considerations, from business continuity and infrastructure dependencies to simulation frameworks for decision-making. This is complemented by sessions on disaster management in planning and in action, with particular attention to senior-level decision-making, accessibility, and the integration of vulnerable populations into both practice and curricula. The program then expands into system-level perspectives, including planning frameworks, definitions, and standards. Contributions address topics such as disaster management across diverse geographic contexts, applied research ecosystems, and iterative learning frameworks. An embedded panel on interoperable early warning systems bridges technological innovation and operational implementation, including contributions from international standardization and remote sensing communities. Case studies from multiple regions provide grounded insights into real-world disaster response, recovery, and resilience challenges. These are followed by an exploration of futures of emergency management and homeland security, bringing together perspectives on emerging threats and responses, offering both critical analysis and practical guidance. Recent national-level reviews of emergency management capacity and coordination further underscore the importance of aligning policy, practice, and evidence, an alignment that this summit seeks to advance through its Pracademic approach. So let's declare the second Pracademic Emergency Management and Homeland Security Summit open. It's great to have you here. And in a minute, I'll see you in the opening keynote session or the opening keynotes and update session. So thanks again for joining. It's an honor to be able to host you, and I hope you'll stay for the day. Thank you.